Welcome back to MJL 3764. This is part 9 of the FTD CDs. So let's crack on. CD 90 was called High Sierra. I don't have that one. CD 91 was called Showtime, which featured two shows from 1976, one in Dallas and one in Birmingham. I don't have that CD. This is not the FTD CD. This is an unofficial release on the 2001 label, which came out in 2001, and it's the Birmingham show. I do also have the Dallas show, but well, I don't think I've got it anymore, put it that way. I did have it, I can't seem to find that anywhere, but both shows have been out on unofficial, and as I had them both at the time, I didn't bother to get Showtime, but it's a really good CD, two really good shows. So while we were talking about the Birmingham show, I thought I'd show the unofficial release, which looks like this. Great show, this one. If I can open it. Yeah. This looks like that. This label 2001 done some very good quality CDs. These were always in good quality, these. Let's take a look at the booklet. I do like that picture. So Showtime's a good CD to get if you can get it. It's quite expensive now, Showtime, but a good couple of concerts and a good release. 92 was How Great Thou Art, which for some reason I didn't get. CD 93 was a book, I believe. King Creole, book on King Creole, again tad expensive. And CD 94 was the full album, or Elvis, if you like. Looking like this. Again, some nice bonus on this one. Some nice bonus songs and some nice outtakes. There's the track listing. As you can see, they've left. They've put some of the leftovers from the original scheduled album, and a lot of that did turn up. The bonus songs from the Hawaii show, they did actually turn up on a Camden for the first time in 1979 on the King Elvis in the UK. Great to get unreleased stuff on a Camden again in the late 70s. Yeah, some really good outtakes on this one. Sounding great also. Quick look at the booklet. Very nice. The full FTD CD was printed a couple of times. This is the first press, and the way you can tell that is the NCB there is in black, where on later presses it was white. That's the full CD. CD 95 was Elvis as recorded live in Boston. 71. Boston Garden Show, well-known show. I don't have that CD as I had this CD previously. So this was issued in 1997. So about 13 years beforehand this show was out on Unofficial. And it's the same tape, but obviously the FTD has been cleaned up a bit. It does sound a little bit better, but for the time this was a fantastic release, because there was rumours going around that Elvis was great in 69 and 1970 and 71, all the shows started to go down. Absolute nonsense. There's some fantastic shows, and luckily there's some film out there if you look on YouTube of the November 71 shows. Absolutely superb. This is a great show and a great release for its time on the Captain Marvel label. Come in a digipack like that. It's got a couple of bonus tracks on the end. Press conference and one of the home recordings. Also got an excerpt from the JC's award. Like that. Very good CD. And the back side of all the tracks. Great concert, this one. So worth getting if you don't have this one, but as I had this one, I passed on that one. And CD 96 was Chicago Stadium, and CD 97 was Jailhouse Rock Volume 2, which I don't own. The year 2011. Now these years started to get a little bit difficult for me financially, so I don't own a lot of the FTDs. So there's no point in me actually going through them all, because there was 10 titles issued in 2011 and I only own the one, which is Promised Land, which was the very last one of the year, which was FTD 107. So I'll just go through the few FTDs that I have left to show. So this is the wonderful Promised Land in the 7-inch. Had to get this one. Like that. Another great 70s album. Tracks. Great outtakes on this one also. Fantastic release. Sounded really good. And a quick look at the booklet. Great double CD, that one. Moving on to the year 2012, there was 12 titles issued. I only have the 2. The first one being this one, On Stage, which was CD 109. Looking like that. Excellent. Track listings. I've already mentioned that I'd like to see On Stage box set, so we won't go into that any further. Let's just take a quick look at the booklet. photographs. Oh, a great CD. And this one is CD 117, which was hits of the 70s, which was a strange choice for some people. Being from England, I thought this was fantastic. I love this LP. It's probably viewed a bit strangely elsewhere, but they have added lots of bonus songs onto this one. It was all release material, so I did get it because I really like the compilation. But as I did point out when Walk a Mile in My Shoes was issued, if you look at CD 1 and 2 of the 70s box set, the great singles Elvis issued in the 70s and B-sides are absolutely phenomenal. So this is a really good collection. So I stumped up the money to get this one, as I thought I'd like to champion this release and to support it if I could, because I wasn't sure if this one was actually going to sell too well with so much release material on it. Track listing looks like that. The bonus track, My Way, is not the single version. That is a different version. And these are all stereo. As you probably know, some of the singles in the early 70s were in the mono. These are all the 70s stereo tracks. So it's nice to get them all together. Always nice to see the single sleeves. Nice discography there. That's Elvis hits of the 70s. Thank you for watching, and just remember, until the next video, while there's music, life's no waste.